Happy Easter, brothers and sisters. It is I, Corey Leland, with a part two to a video I made yesterday, The Real Meaning of Easter, a few thoughts about what Easter is. Imagine the scene. We're at Golgotha, and Jesus is just about to be crucified. Some people are crying. Some people are cheering and jeering. Maybe some had been fed fish and bread a few weeks previous. Some had been healed. Some had family members who had been healed. Some were upset that they came back another time a few days later and he wouldn't do it again. He wouldn't multiply the fish and bread again. He wouldn't stay and set up an office where folks could just come and get healed. He said, I showed you the principles. I'm not going to do it again. So Jesus is just about to be crucified, and you and I are there. And what comes roaring overhead but bombers, and what comes flying in but nuclear missiles exploding everywhere, and everyone in attendance are vaporized and turned to radioactive ash. Who survives? Who survived in that scenario? Only the Christ. Only Christ I am, spiritual identity. Greater is he who is within you than he who is in the world. Be of good cheer, I have overcome the world. There is an I that is the name of God within you. You are that I am, the way, the truth, and the life, but not your body. And not the personality. That's the self that has to be denied. That's the self that has to be crucified. Not literally, but I die daily, says the Apostle Paul. So the practice of Christianity is dying daily to the false sense of self, the mortal, temporary, fleshly identity. Man whose breath is in his nostrils, as Paul says, cease ye from man whose breath is in his nostrils, for whereon is he to be accounted? In other words, this world is, it's not the kingdom of heaven, which is within you. So whether it's a nuclear annihilation, whether it's cancer, heart attack, whichever way you or I may seem to leave the world, what is it that survives? What is it that we need to be knowing? What is that truth we need to be knowing to be made free, to know him aright is life eternal? So our goal is life eternal, and obviously the body and the personality are not that self. Greater is he who is within you than he who is within the world. So we need to be knowing, I, Christ, am the only self. Spirit is my only reality, identity, not the body, not the personality. And that truth has to be known over and over and over again. Be of good cheer, Jesus says, I have overcome the world. Christ is risen. We hear that as something either in the vast past tense or maybe sometime in the future, or Christ is risen as a story, a historical account. Christ is risen within you. There is a reality that already has overcome the world. It's not time bound, but right identification and becoming aware of that real self is the practice and the process. So it's a continually knowing of the truth. Part of the difficulty we face is that as people, we're so seemingly buried in the fleshly identity and so identified with the mortal body, we can't picture God without a body. And God is spirit, omnipresent spirit. Christ is everywhere present. It's in every one you think you see. It's in everything you think you see. It's in every situation you seem to be in. And it's not easy, but the practice is knowing only Christ, only the Spirit of God is here. That's my only reality, no matter what seems to be going on. I, Christ, am Spirit, perfect, eternal, deathless, diseaseless, right identification. Christ, I am Spirit is the only thing that's going to survive a nuclear bomb, cancer, heart attack, whatever it is. So be of good cheer. I have overcome the world. You have that I within you right now. Christ is risen in you now. But you have to overcome the world. That's each of our responsibility and goal, is to overcome the false sense of self and the false sense of time, and seek first the kingdom within you. Have a beautiful day. Happy Easter.